You know that under President Mills and President Mahama, we put up a gas processing plant. Almost $1 billion of public funds. They have capacity to receive about 150 million barrels. 150, what do you call it? 150,000. They have the capacity to process a large amount of what they call it, gas. Finally, after we put public funds into this gas processing plant, the expectation is that it will be nurtured such that it yields dividends. And dividends have started showing. At least it has saved us $300 million in gas imports or fuel imports to fire thermal plants. So it saves us that cost. They produce more than half of the LPG we need, so we don't have to import it and put further pressure on our currency. Right? At a point, an entity called Gensa, and right here we will speak plainly. This entity called Gensa is owned by persons known to be affiliated with the MPP and some South African partners. They enter into a transaction with GNPC. GNPC constructs about a 70-kilometer pipeline from Etwabo to Takwa for about $100 million so that they can pipe gas to this Gensa entity, which will then sell to the mines. It is legitimate business, and there's no qualms about it, to the extent that they honor their obligations to Gensa. Randy, do you know what has happened? As you and I slept and snored, this government has contrived to ensure that gas is sold. GNPC actually owns the gas, but Talo pumps it. GNPC sells gas to Ghana Gas. And in fact, GNPC actually owns Ghana Gas. Many people don't know, just that there's a legal distinction between the two. They sell Ghana's gas to Ghana Gas at $6 per MBTU, which is 1,000 British thermal units. That's a standard unit for measuring gas. The same GNPC under this government has been forced to sell the same gas at $2 per MBTU to Gensa, $4 below what they sell to the state entity. And the reason for that is that it is to enable these people cream off supernormal profits because they buy it far cheaper than our state entity buys it. And the worst of all, they have actually licensed this Gensa entity to build a private gas plant to rival Ghana Gas. So the objective is to cream off hundreds of millions of dollars to line the pockets of MPP cronies whilst collapsing Ghana Gas. And if you know the sort of cash cow that Ghana Gas is, you will weep for this terrible corruption. And a government superintends this. And when the president finishes, he says he is going to build a cathedral to honor God. How can you be so dishonorable and allow this theft of national resources? Private MPP people must make more money than the state. So you have a state entity that you are destroying and undercutting by selling gas far more expensively to them than a private entity. If you have the capacity to sell gas at such a cheap rate, why not give it to the state so that the state will make more money and be able to generate funds for you to buy vaccines for your babies? But you want that money to go into private pockets.
Busiwa wabasu no frabuni ya bina ono sumra subi na modie gisem se ba gise dibia dia ba bi si moto ansana watimi afre obi ama ono so ba beti bi momyenye na nko akiri a momwa ya nso anamo amokro ya amasaba intimi ni amechiacho bibia de watimi ase de wantimi anse mechi obi bia wabaso na yakwe anim no yankomo ayebedi is so simple. Sa same way on obi this information we send me that na me ni concrete evidence e wo hono entina me hu ekwan a me ka se nipa nso mpe document a mfa ho famra na eye na so ene na me ni age se na good morning Ghana no ofosu kwa che bet na hono open pension niomemu edi ache Ghana for yebusa mo amoti mesan bo video ni bio na mo ayede moti Minianum medical catch him say system no the way see adwuma no is so simple. The first individuals na mo benya feed no. Se mo hwe ne saa na se wan engage ho eno ano no. Afebo so maka video ne nko emma na ejina baby faako. Sa a limited reach no. Won so pese amanfo te de ye kan. But ye ka se boa so a omwa gise ye san ba wa boboa no be yididi gu asomo a yididi gu asomo ansa no ayi wadwen se dey obeye ne ye kan nyina ne ye de ka chew se wo pa ade bi a wo so you have to suffer e wo so bre ho enye de ode bre ne nko na wo so bre ho wo si ase nti no oni aso ye wo a wan share no ana onim so betimi a sha afi na wo hye wo so enim egu ase ye nko ye nim na inti da be pa na ye be da sorry a o man no ye be ka se e bia ya konya sika bia ye be chama ye de bia obi hwia ye de be bia obi e hwia o man Ghana okoka obi be ka se o ye start hwia ye nye ne inti ye nkoso ama mo hwia na me say ye be ka mo be ka se ye be ka sa ba de be ka ne ye no enye fe say oyonko a wo se o ye incompetent ABC Ghana gas isi ho ne Professor Atamels wo so ma ban no Professor Doolittle etimi esi Ghana gas isi ho wo si Ghana gas ne de esi ho a GNPC for ton ton gas ne ade no enipa dasani abedi president eno no akreti go between a friend Jensa wa wonim no oko Ghana web na about the Jensa dealer omo reporting but workers na wo hokra ne say ekwan aban ne de omo company ne fa so no enye ne kwan so no eye dey na wo ton ade ma obi wo ton ma Ghana for 6 Ghana cedis anase $6 na afi wo akwakote company ama Ghana edi kan ton ma sa company no $2 ansa na sa company na akwakoton area si repa minim ne ye nkofo we na ye kano nia ye kano me say a paradigm bi na ebe hyase na sa paradigm no obi take mandate na after 2024 no eno na bibia be hyase after 2024 no the obeba be ye leader of Ghana no obeti de ebe koso Ghana no after say 2024 no ne obeba be ye leader the president of Ghana no obehu ne ebe koso sa nioma we on ebia mo be feel said people allow these corrupt practices to fly. Oh, the system here then system na freezing. Oh, the M says to see the feed check here the speed near. But the Monty was me fixing network no T.
Addo. You know what the Gensa deal is? You know that under President Mills and President Mahama, we put up a gas processing plant. Almost $1 billion of public funds. They have capacity to receive about 150 million barrels. Sorry, 150. What do you call it?
Thousand.
Sorry, 150,000. They have the capacity to process a large amount of what they call it, gas. Right? After we put public funds into this gas processing plant, the expectation is that it will be nurtured such that it yields dividends. And dividends have started showing. At least it has saved us $300 million in gas imports or fuel imports to fire thermal plants. So it saves us that cost. They produce more than half of the LPG we need, so we don't have to import it and put further pressure on our currency. Right? At a point, an entity called Gensa, and right here we will speak plainly. This entity called Gensa is owned by persons known to be affiliated with the MPP and some South African partners. They enter into a transaction with GNPC. GNPC constructs about a 70-kilometer pipeline from Etwabo to Takwa for about $100 million so that they can pipe gas to this Gensa entity, which will then sell to the mines. It is legitimate business, and there's no qualms about it, to the extent that they honor the obligations to Gensa. Randy, do you know what has happened? As you and I slept and snored, this government has contrived to ensure that gas is sold. GNPC actually owns the gas, but Talo pumps it. GNPC sells gas to Ghana Gas, and in fact, GNPC actually owns Ghana Gas. Many people don't know, just that there's a legal distinction between the two. They sell Ghana's gas to Ghana Gas at $6 per MBTU, which is 1,000 British thermal units. That's a standard unit for measuring gas. The same GNPC under this government has been forced to sell the same gas at $2 per MBTU to Gensa, $4 below what they sell to the state entity. And the reason for that is that it is to enable these people cream off supernormal profits because they buy it far cheaper than our state entity buys it. And worst of all, they have actually licensed this Gensa entity to build a private gas plant to rival Ghana Gas. So the objective is to cream off hundreds of millions of dollars to line the pockets of MPP cronies whilst collapsing Ghana Gas. And if you know the sort of cash cow that Ghana Gas is, you will weep for this terrible corruption. And a government superintends this. And when the president finishes, he says he's going to build a cathedral to honor God. How can you be so dishonorable and allow this theft of national resources? Private MPP people must make more money than the state. So you have a state entity that you are destroying and undercutting by selling gas far more expensively to them than a private entity. If you have the capacity to sell gas at such a cheap rate, why not give it to the state so that the state will make more money and be able to generate funds for you to buy vaccines for your babies? But you want that money to go into private pockets.
Infanisa network ni a slow but infanisa intimi and refresh the system no tie be konisa wa matno masumo ase nipa daseni on says washa a Japan deal no mama obi an remfi say a Japade document no a be capture state resources no. That is the agenda. And you are doing say people are thinking about elections 2021. What they are thinking about is they know so my build a bufu as a Ghana form into Ghana for better better. Now their target is to get hold of set critical national resources. Baby a Ghana sika free no omo person mo create some intercessions be your honor. Sika bi fa wa omo to opposition krana, they can still control the system. Enti ya na nya o adwen say power no ne keke no mu hia o. And there are so many contracts be o metimi asen nsan o ban san kan o kwan paso a na wo san de o man ne ko gina de bon nanka de bia Ghana eye bibia de man gunu no Ghana gas no ni produce ne gas. Yes, there be Akuffo bia ba be hye or no nko ton gas ne maye. Ghana gas ton gas dada no koton $6 per cubic, you know. Obi beje so koton bre Ghana gas now or no say meto free Ghana gas or $2.5. Now or no na akwa koton. Already the Ghana gas ne ton ade no 6 point something o. Into what $4 no kwa akoye mfaso de ama the Gensa group no. Sa group no so for mo a nkofo mo ya affiliated omo relationship with the president. Na chesamo de Professor Frimpong Boateng be kan say galamsey na ekoso no Jubilee House for na ye no. What is here say Akuffo Addo say CID for enkonkohwehwemu. CID for enkonkohwehwemu allegation na Professor Frimpong Boateng come. Ana my toys. Na me say senka Ghana fo nyina adwen etese ma adwen a anka Akuffo Addo nka 2 weeks kra nka onni wa akonya no so. Ni ahwe se Ghana soldier for no de ko techima no ekodi sansem no ode ko voter region eko prevent amanfo se monto aba no ni ahwe se Ghana fo nyina adwen te se me ni nyina yetisi abonte ni ese ye ma wo nye president bi wa no aka achim se Ghana constitution be mo ye president mu ye we mu nyina wo but mu kri mu sasika we nyina nso mu hu nyansa fam ebi nto vaccines uwie ya nipa no a wo ma enkodai yare no wo san ebo na baso se kwakwa jimamenu ono be minister pa de be mfaso na Ghana fo anya hospital amunti means ena yare a yayi ni din afri Ghana fo anum no ena mo san akra e de aba Ghana fo so intimi busa se modwen now no media houses na ho no anwe de ekoso no the hian say NDC for akushia no mo say o maye press conference ana obi akodina ba bi say oye the true state of the economy na menua ena na akwa bi te sompa radio busa say ensemo a ese edu nketi akoka no sa UPS honum no eye no kre a Ghana for famu ana say nye no kre. That is it. Afi say nipa no say oye one district one factory no one who the policy or de ba akofa obi a oba begu the single most important factory a yes in Ghana ho Ghana gas if free see nya fa hodi factory ba kwa obi atimi abesi amani ema Ghana fo mfaso pa no Ghana gas eno nso so akofa competition de bre no ade na wonya ba bi nyina yo sa nanse a ena yesa post to allow silence media say enkofo bi ye Ghana cylinders ewo central region ho baby insese aban ne beso omo ase no enkofo na produce over 300 something thousand pieces of cylinders no ama ya ma China for ho kwan ama ma be she Ghana ho omo nso produce cylinders ni bi enti ebeye den na indigenous companies no etimi ne foreign companies na omo aban ne she da ma omo sika se mo fan konko destabilize the economy of Africa. Enti nsu nyansen hu se there are certain key industries bi o ha aban be conscious effort no they are protecting omo so that certain unnecessary competition no will not come and collapse their business. Aden na bibini agimi sa ye we nyina wi a yesi broni mpese bibini na broni no wagimi a not ho China ni no wagimi se obebie busa se Ghana ni be na akobie factory Ibrahim Mahama betimi akọ China se ono ko set up factory o now process ni procedure obefam no kura no wabebu bebu ye mekan show se ye ma umie no abeka kire se ye risk but the terms and conditions omo no obekọ no you cannot and na utimi sikra na unni sika obetimi ni oma compete adenti na bibini no de ni kuro mu broni man ho so a China ni bia ne sia pro osi Ghana na ono aya ma ne kwan na wasa be bo Ghana fo sika mu busia na ode asi factory na Ghana ni de na ewo ho no aban ne nso na si o but no obeboa foreigner ne say be collapse Ghana ni de me kan wo se me boa on ni be bo video a one district one factory no Asante Achim market women no almost say so almost so be see plantain processing factory bi e de si ho ama omo a omo mekere omo ni be body a kere wo na afi na akomia kotena good morning Ghana o defend say ukosiri mu a yesi factory e na say afa nipa 300 na ya san twa ba bi a na akomia ka no ye the video no be kere wo ni wa hu say enkofo we no ye lip service ye ano e na omo de do nti bi nye de kasa bi enu a ewo wo hwe me say what I want to ask you no ube nye pimu akoma I don't care. I don't damn care. Hey, opa kone kotu waba meg. Obi amfa ho. Hardship no amokomo no. Hardship no amokomo no. Hey, se o say ade ni efita na o say yetuntum a wa na obebre. Tanya a obetan political party bi ene ne flag bearer no and no will not solve your problem. But first you trim say we na waba na ogugu nyoma no. Sa nyoma no they were created, they were facilitated by the then Mahama and ND. Omo mosi omo hwe ma ase a enunti mu di de bia no ade ntina owo problem with NDC a obeka say oh omo boma but the man ye de ye nka krono a na man e bo no ene ye nka no obusa say obi amaame ne ebo no da bi. But because of say yen tenase ni emfo ye ni nto fom ni ama de mpanyimfo bi ka say afa ofo no asay adwen na abti no ya o na ka bi afa the economy ho NPP no timia because o man no ya de ni na wa mun ni na ma NDC for on to me now I hear from 2000 ABC enko ofo ya omu and you guys my about for people they cannot find the hole to put in the calabash. They cannot even find the sack to put in the calabash. You near the crashing. By them defending them, Jimmy. Obi gas a see ho. Ereki imani. Obi baya. Wa nam from any the bush for abicriti jensa. A partners Africa. In Africa ni me for the Fusika and Fanko. No wonder say ye say ye de en site e de Ibrahim Mahama. Meanwhile, before said in site Ibrahim, oko all the miners what Ghana. Ah, the engineers and planners no omu to gold ni ade no the mining companies no have the competence not in Ghana, elsewhere in Gambia and other African countries are mining no engineer planners no too. Let's assume say cronyism akoso time Ghana Japade diama and Kofobi or Ghana ho 1 year Ghana for no partnership with African country bia a Ghana ni solely own or build a jata cement you see a solely own a for instance cement factory a Africa ye Ghana and edia a purely African edia. But who say or time yenji because the bauxite na my Ibrahim Mahama we forgot say ono do betumi aye ana wontumi nye ene ye gifri ne nsem ne de koma China ni de be nipa na ye de be nipa pa ene yen de be nipa na ye yen just because of say eye wadwen say enkofo bi underdogs bi eba be ye ntino ya bedini ase no ne oye incompetent ni si factory wan create gensa ne any deal bia wo eno jai say Ghana gas for no a any GNPC for na anton mo gas o baya likewise hwe kwa ma na nko mo di ECG be fa so PDS scandal ena jiguye enkofo wa hwe a the critical sectors of the economy no omo di omani di akira because one here mo amonim no so being get hold of the energy sector e wo man ni mu ahon political power ne kra unhia. If any family get hold of Ghana's oil, Ghana's gas, Ghana's gold or minerals, political party no crown and power and that is why Akuffo doesn't give a hoot about political party now because what baby or person placing is or place it strategically na busua for critical sectors of the economy into if they are able to get cling to a particular dealer omunya sa deal ni wia or to your position and snom na ere omu control. Don't let us forget say Akuffo say opeso oye ade bi ekoso Japan but on tiase say Japan no one family be any decided who becomes who in the country. But Japan running omo emperor. They have an emperor who is the supreme lord and son of prime minister naba. Ye musa say Ghana honom no. Why na ye ohene baako a wote Ghana fo nyina so ebi ni ho. And so that principle no a opese okofa free Japan. E di bedi Ghana so and a Japade document no how you guys will govern Ghana a JB dan kwamwenya moma banintino mo the colonial mentality and a person mo they ready strangulate Ghanaians and the economy of Ghana no has been strangled. What kind of human beings are we? And omo jimia say omo ya ade no from so ba then they are still in it. No more koso ye because we're Jimmy. What sort of individuals cry in him beings the bear crying ye? At day. And they are building on her ade bi Akuffo kan ye bia akushisem and tro. Me say mo amose me boa ena me tese nkwasiafo ni bi te ho ena mahama ede be na mahama eba beye na mahama nche de oba beye na ose economy no aye din na mahama nche o de oba beye no ne o te susu no de na wo ye moma jimi ana o te susu no no de na o ye inji se chana se mahama koda no ansori biwo a Ghana politics e nkoso ana mo jimi ana abibia yebeka bia na mahama emusimo mpeno na mutu ni firi akonya so na afi ade bio me gye ho amente ase mahama yi a mo so oba beye den ono na esi factory a ye ton gas $6.5 at the Ghana obi a ono ye competency mahama no eba ya wakoti ni company say company ne ma meshim na ometi sika no so ono no abana eto aman $2 abrawa sa na omodi ye gold gold for oil no gold for oil no sa simosha ECG Ghana minerals Ghana gas hono mani wo sa abana ni wo electricity na power energy ho hono na ni wo abana ni wo what to say abana akọ Ghana water wo hwe because Ghana water no adidi bia ni ho Ghana gas no who say every year no sika ye reki eboa Ghana no e be over $400 million you see no yinim say enko nanim no e betimi adu $500 to $600 million a year enti no e de na e betimi create some special purpose vehicle bi dia se ho no mo a ye na ize bibia be fire so Inti Ghana hono, Ghana ntimi nye straight root deal. Just Akuffo bimu and sana Akuffo bimu. So that oko opposition or teho no relax it. Na a warning is so good no. I swear. Si say no and print political party being will be to me be severe apart from NDC. Now me say Ghana for a hand was a mama ye can boom. Near the a judge in Trinity gu NDC for any plan. Near catcher almost say, Sa era no say, and now we a cron for ye to a baby and assassin. Mama yam fanko for ninko jina e jano. Nientre almost say. Ye bet to me here, and so they must put a stop to sa vicious cycle of stupidity. No, yen stop no. So obi and break it that genes now. This is what we are talking about. The also oboa our building Ghana factories no. T.
Has been recognized as one of Central, Eastern, Volta, Western, Greater Accra, Western North, the Oti region, and many other regions we have covered in this documentary. The Ashanti region is no exception. Here, many of the factories that are captured in the records of the One District, One Factory Secretariat under the Ministry of Trade and Industries as factories that have been completed and operational were not so.
If
they say there's a plantain factory that's operating here, it's a lie. Fact-checking has been recognized as one of the potent tools for journalists, but residents, who are mostly farmers here, decided to fact-check the claims of their MP and government. Here at Agogo, there are abundant raw materials that should make any factory that was promised farmers flourish. But the farmers here say there is no factory to cater for their needs, contrary to the claims by the MP for the area.
Plantain factory no say yesi awia baby omso omusi no ehon ye nam Akuffo ye ntise mfidie bi esu.
If they have indeed said that there is a plantain factory that's operating here, it's not true, because that's the same route we take when we are going to farm, and we've seen no vehicle load processed plantain for export. I have not seen any factory like that operating in this area. In the Eastern region, government has indicated that 43 factories have signed up to the One District, One Factory policy and have received support already. 22 of such factories, the ministry indicates, are operating, while 18 are under construction. For 3 of the factories, there is a tag on them as pipeline factories. But it's become a tale full of reasons why many of the factories are not operating and their impact not felt in the Ghanaian economy as opposed to what government has envisaged.
One is what factory is a concept. I bought into it and felt I could also do something. Assurance the
assurance we got was that government through the Exim Bank will give us some loans, support our factory. We've done all that is required of us, but all to no avail. Now we are almost losing hope. Yes, I have put up the structures. I have bought the equipment. If you go around, you will see 5 of such factories. We assemble electric cookers here. We produce nails and utensils here. We also produce mineral water here. We are even working on production of noodles here and even ordered machines for that. But where do we get the working capital? We have relied on the promises to our detriment.
Get the working capital. The promises now upon that, and I feel sometimes,
This is the Chief Executive Officer of the Shaba Enterprises Limited, a factory that's under the One District, One Factory located at Nkoko, Set Ejeba. It turns out that he has received no funding from the financiers of the policy, making it difficult for him to operate.
Me say, me mama bo ahi. Joy news ne for asa news no. E de ma Ghana for. papa ne se ote one district one factory no na eyene de so he bought into the idea ede ne sika akwa akohyem aban no a wo moa no or cram machines a ya de be noodles ya onim say sa pomasi dose hwan for no a omode sa noodles ne ye no Indomie yenye no Ghana omo ye no Nigeria na omo de ababegu warehouses mu wo Ghana ho now no Ghana ni pese ono aye ni noodles na sa noodles na ono be ye no or so what say one district one factory ni wo ho Shaba Enterprise wo Eastern region honum say koforidia ho papa de ni sika ko radi mu adene de no aban na yinani e na aban no obom reto asem say e na one district one factory enso so emu ahode no hwe video ya me yi kire mo asante achim de ya say ye plantain factory you see ISM call for no more anwum omo de they have every right to say omo akosi dan esi nwura mu ama nwura no afaso say the be plantain factory but omo no nya right ko catch Mahama say Addo na Mahama endi kan ankwa nkobia he nkofo wo ma Jimmy Fokin Addo na Mahama ntimi ankwa nkobia ahwede na ansa na okusi commander factory no na economies bay factors of productions bay and ye be catch you say who be see factory a di kan kodua raw materials no ansana wa ba be see the the friends say fixed asset no the machines no there are a friends say production a wonim say resources no e be take bi a be say 10 years 7 years ansana what me a harvest here they said there are so many friends say farm crops bia e bia ope say cash crop bio a be di bia be 4 years into what target say factory news so no o build we see kasem ni ade be di say e be di be 3 years enti ene saade a obe saase ne wadua saade no so that e be do 4th year or 3rd year we see factory na wi no na resources no na say raw materials so e available but sugar cane e di 6 months acha 7 months to 8 months na aba factory na yesi o commander honum so e be take 2 years inti ye den na wo kodua sugar cane no na 6 months time na aba na 6 months time sugar canes ne ba na factories ni ensi wa na Ghana for na ye be sam ye nan ni atwitwa ne area na ase ye de be dey and one so okosi factory ni si honum no raw materials na ye de be power factories no enti no who certain bia no you have to put the physical infrastructure down before now you go into the cultivation of the raw materials no enti no omo de omo nim said the obi no commander no was the right economic procedure or processes na wo so omo fam no omo be catch yen say and o see factory see ho no wan ko bia hwede and I want to swak see factory yesi ho and na board na wo de be plantain chips no one fan ko machines in si dan mu and na wo the state fans akosi dan yesi nwura mu and na pro we mu ye nyansafo we mo ti another one.
Why am I here today? As you can see,
on every single item, I can challenge you today. Next week Friday, by the grace of God, we'll be here. Come and show me one of our key imports
that has declined.
That 1D1F.
Yeah. That has declined.
Yes, or as a result of 1D1F. Just one.
But you see,
not one.
No. We'll get you the data. Because all the factories that are there and working, they cannot be working for nothing. Unless you want to say the factories are not there. The factories are there.
I'm clear in my question. I said, look, next week Friday, just come show us one of our key imports that has been positively affected by 1D1F.
But
just one.
You are saying none of them has been impacted.
Yes, so I want you to demonstrate just one to me.
Now, ahead of that, look, we have an ID1F factory processing watermelon at Wali Wali. It's employed 300 people.
Oh my God.
In Wali Wali as we speak.
Mini Amuntio, the vice president crew and Dr. Present, sorry, Nana Kumia, essay, ye were watermelon factory, wale aye vice president, the Krumo. Yes, one evidence. Now, a honor bones or no, so a communication team or come on. He's not abreast of issues. Unim near cause war or mining in a political party nimokra. Now, feel ye the wali honor all can say a funny part 300. Omo ye jumano. Ye the wali ho baby a factory nisino, near a factory no, a year juma, et is said ye nanakomia. Sana na first no yo. In the first no Facebook ni ho. Into betna TV ni swa, no we shan to say bam, neda ho. By the time I won't say some no kind, and you know, within 8 years a week, no sound be pray for. And the reason Akuffo do memo we all struggle and say it is because of Facebook Live. It is because of social media we say and no nama or more pray. Because anything they say, we have counter videos, counter audios, and counter evidence to show to the people. And no nama more breno. And that is why omo jomu be bia engia na no omo aseti omo Facebook docs ne gumu to true tantrum na nkwasi afo so te ho. Let's neutralize the issue by saying say political parties na yepe and so madane nkwasi afo omo di sideline no tie o se wale obi eye a friend say watermelon factory e wo ho ye behwe say ya no eye no kra tie. All your people in
Wale, they will tell you that there's a factory there.
I've not said that there's no factory at Wale.
I think this one.
Okay, but give it to me. Let me go through. Look, in Nasia, there's a rice processing facility. It's employed 148 people.
I have not said that there's no rice factory there.
At least it's employed 148.
And there was a rice factory before what you are talking about.
Yes.
In the same country.
Yes.
Yes. And so I'm saying that it's not a quantitative argument. But it's not about 200 factories or 150 factories.
Okay. But you know,
if it is an import substitution strategy, how has it impacted?
It's also an employment strategy. It's also a revenue generation strategy. Because all of these 300 people in Wale, these 148 people in the Nasia, these 180 people in Saveligo in the rice processing, this tomato processing in Domfete, which has employed 150. They would not be employed if those factories were not there. So it's an import substitution, it's an employment strategy.
Every government, Nana. But you know, every government builds factories. All of us, all those factories employ people.
Please.
If we gave Okujeto the opportunity, he will list factories under their government and the people they employ.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Akuffo Mahama Mashoud. I am the communication officer for the NDC in the Wale constituency. Why am I here today? As you can see behind me, this is a signpost of a sword cutting for the Wale watermelon factory, which happened on the 16th of December 2019. Yesterday, Nana Kumia on Metro TV Good Morning Ghana show said the factory had completed and of course had employed 300 people working in it. Let's get inside there and see the reality for ourselves. Thank you. Okay, so as you can see, this is the entrance of the Wale watermelon factory, and as Nana Kumia claimed, let's get inside and of course I can send you some watermelon. Come on. If you can look around, I believe the 300 people Nana Kumia was talking about are these grasses that we are seeing. This facility has been abandoned. There's no work going on here. For me to prove you further, let's get deeper. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, these are chickens, abandoned chickens of the contractor. And you can see some river sand also lying there. The contractor has abandoned sites. There's no work even going on here, talk less of production. So I want to walk you through, the entrance of the facility so that you can see. So this is abandoned river sand left here by the contractor, and I believe it's the same reason which is that there's no money for any contractor to work. That is why the government has a deficit when it comes to infrastructure as compared to the NDC. So this is the entrance to the supposed completed watermelon factory. And Nana Kumia said this factory has begun processing and that 300 Ghanaians were working in here. The question that keeps disturbing me is why is it that all the time the NPP are bent on putting out false to the Ghanaian public, because the evidence on the ground actually
indicates that what Nana Akufo said isn't true. I was so worried listening to him and hearing him say that 300 Ghanaians were working. I want us to now get inside the factory so we can see the reality and know what it is actually something going on here. So you can see there are no ceilings. The ceiling works on this project has not even completed. So the doors, the fittings of doors have not been provided. And if I walk in more, you see that there's more evidence of the project being abandoned. How can a watermelon factory produce juice when electrical installations are not done? There's no wiring of any sign of any. There's no sign of any wiring being done in this facility. Yes, Nana Akufo tells us that processing has begun. So let's continue to around. These are what called wood that has been abandoned or and one would wonder, a project that was supposed to actually, one would wonder, a project that was actually supposed to be completed within a 12-month calendar. From 2019 till date, this project is still standing here. And instead of the MP telling Ghanaians the truth, all they do is peddling falsehoods and making claims that are not justified. And this is the evidence. Anyone with any counter proof can bring it on. But this is the Waliwali watermelon factory that Nana Akufo spoke about. There is nothing like processing of watermelon going on here, and there is nothing like workers being employed numbering 300 Ghanaians. I also want to let you understand that this the stallment of this factory is affecting a lot of farmers. A lot of people that are into watermelon farming are actually suffering because their produce, there's no ready market for their produce, and this is actually affecting their business. What we expected was the son of Mamprogo, who is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, to have given priority to this project, but unfortunately, it is the usual norm of the MP always to speak more but do less. So I just came to prove to you the reality on the ground, and I hope that the Metro TV production crew will actually show this to the nation for them to know that what Nana Akufo said on Friday, the 4th of November, was actually a lie. Thank you very much.
Waliwali watermelon factory no. So Waliwali watermelon factory no. Ene da honum no. Inti nipa 300 no mo ye adwuma wo. Edan a machine no kura nsimo, electricity ni ho, water supply ni ho. Farmers no amoko hye omo bona do watermelons no susu no muntumi nyedai. Muntumi mfa ho akade maaye. That was last year. And so President ne vice ekutwa sword. Ewo Waliwali ho. Ewo the that was 15 December 2019. And about Miyakutwa sword mu. Say yensi Waliwali na watermelon e di say ansa na aba. Watermelon acha 6 months. I will say you're ready now harvest. Into watermelon factory, say UBC, you have to put up the factory and make sure say systems ni na ye adwuma ansa kwa na why day. Ebia wonim say aka bia be 2 months amuwari no. Na de ayina hye ho. Uwie a no my test run. Yen kon bia watermelon we ansa na be factory because a perishable farm produce. Abodam fo na mesemo ato abayi wo homo. Inti abodam sem no mo be ya kire mo. Enu nti na bodani e de meda e to bodani ko mu no. Onkoto aduro mfa mai se ye mfa won nkora enso ye bo na baso. Sika na e wo se ye de koto aduro no ye de ye fanfe nipa jimi wo man nim fokin. Sika na onfa nkoto aduro mre nkora no onkoto yo. Nipa na e wo so okoto aduro no o de sika na kwa akoto meda e de sen ni kom. And you call these people leaders, and you are bold to tell me, say, oh, Papa Bob Brand to be president. Oh, no, Papa Nina Abodam for. Me say 2024 and in 2023, we know. We be someone among person mobeti. Sa ahim for no exponent and proponent if wa omo di omo ji amam for tumu no omo reject bi no. Haven't they seen say enkwasiade yedi o musika eyenye eni o mona nanu musika because you sika ni bi di ma o monti no they care less because our office wa won the baby. Nipa na also top vaccines ban wa first kana ngoto ye diskana akoye meda chain and ye de tuniko mu meda ne hu hia say vaccines ye beto ama mofra and you think we should applaud na say enra mahama ne NDC anye ne ya that gave Ghanaians the reason to vote against them. And so samo beba na de na yete ho ayese enye no a na enumpo yenhu kwasiase mu pii no mo beba na mo ba bedi nkwasiase mpii dia enye mo nko na yemfa yenkwasiase mketua saa se onyansani bia nya maaye no se mo se o mo nyina ya jimifo enti se no onyansani bia maaye enti ajimifo ni mienu no yenhwe de ni jimi no ano anye de emre a ense ya de wote ho no ye ka na wote ho asembe ne ye ka enye ne kure wo NPP amemo wi mu just wo ye jimifo just otan a ehye omu fa other tribes no ho no e wo soro eno nko na bitumi asim nyansa akwan a wontimi hu se ade a NPP fo yi enye mama ayi Anthony Akuffo say edi areho saa omo ti opposition e basika sem o yinim se kenofuri atanim nyansanti omo opposition no enye on be chirechire sikasemu economist oba no be chirechire mu na age adi se o NPP fo de nyansafo oba Anthony Akuffo say ye nkwase adwuma ni nyina opposition edi ma omo wiye no sa na jimifo bi nim se ni nua jimifo bi ba ma ode na bobokro no ene ene na nka wo political party e wo obi de say Anthony Akuffo say e wo ho wa ma na me finance minister akofa kenofuriata obi ani ma de papa say obi nti bank na bank tie de say nya bank tie nyo na ara ni o oti bank ni wi a you call people who have the brains to manage for you. So what data bank nti no e cheso betimi manage now data bank no na manage. He is not the manager. So a finance minister on the manage data bank. Inti despite no or ti hon mo woni sika wafre amanfo despite no ono betimi aka news to say ni adaka bread from poor man's one wan no ono woni sika no wafre talent they said there Elon Musk or entrepreneur and wafre brainy engineers the abom no mo de Tesla and yet Elon Musk na Tesla no. That is how we do things. Into the fact that say Obiakoti data bank doesn't mean so betimia are running the economy of Ghana. Because you need an economist to run the finances of the nation. You don't need a friend say is it how do we even call him? Investment banker. Investment banker. Or no ideas ben or what they be running crew. We need economic mindset. The Okoyema Paul Collier, a renowned economist, Oxford University, a renowned economist, Obuama Mauritius. Etimia building on the soils of Africa. Mauritius are building a better economy. Botswana are building a better economy. Nina because of a new money and direction. Akwabia your friend Paul Collier on a true book be a friend the bottom billion. Sa Paul Collier or Treba o miadie. Paul Collier a student grant me near economy in Ghana. Na investment banker. That is 0240258269. Share why sisi ya ni mfa dia kana. Mr. Moba Ghana for so na maso den. Oba go straight to the point. Mr. Ochia me amekate go straight to the point. Kan wasem. Entia na na doso afi uwie na ye be kate so so aso nkasa nwie. Na so de ntia ateki time nyina. We dealing with time. Mr. we metna ha ma de nti. E ya adwene pai na pai. Mama ye nimra so na mo ye nyina na ye ho ntoye. Oba 1 minute no, you stay focused. And I go to me ho nyan ka me ma. Unim se me ho nya na me yare ya. Me meso camera. Go straight. Me ho ye. Into wa be frame no. O do 1 minute na me catch wa. Don't blame me pacho. Me da say. Me I didn't baby akase free.
Me did that me akase free command.
Kasa.
O man na you no. Me who say ye leaders na omudi nim both president ne ahemfo na egu o man no. Omo selfish. Omo personal interest in tina omudi o man so net omo person omo yi bibi de bo o man. Enesa nipa de se nipa na komia ade a wo ye. Se wo ye panyin pa na wo ba wo be na tete wo ba wo ba na aye panyin pa. Se wo di tro pesie we on national TV so ade no so eni ho kra. Inti mutiti say na muti asore de mo sra mo bompa ye asofo no kra na me de misai do mo kra o enne Ghana asofo no ye sai do mo kra inti enyansafo no mo Ghana ni nyina emuni enyansafo na wo Ghana mu nyina muni a motima be jo man ya yo man sei wo be kan wo hini bi say wo ne de wo chiwo de dia
Ida say me
nsem sa wo de to man Ghana
nsem fon sa de nsem fon sa nsem fon wo di kampa say wo nsem fon no. You know, baby, akase free.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, we didn't baby akase free.
Hello. Yes. I'm Janet. I'm speaking from Accra, Ghana. I just admire the way you people take the issues to do, or who refuse reason. In fact, when you were teaching us the kind of food that makes us healthy, I like it because I think we need it. In fact, this particular group of leaders have been people who have purpose in their hearts from day one, from Nkrumah's time, to make Ghanaians poor. And in fact, we wouldn't allow them. You and Calvin Taylor and your colleagues are doing good work for Ghana, and Mother Ghana will triumph. Thank you for your good work.
You're welcome, sis. You know, I didn't maybe akase free.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Kasa. Also, Kasa.
Yaza. Ngutu ni umishe nokre bako. Abi friends nokre bako. Nokre te se chok ato bidim. Bidim betimi aye chok no ho. Ama ehun nyina yetum. Emu ubuma aye chok. Ubumuna emu ni ye chok. Ghana fo empanyimfo yahemfo ani asofo ni bi akotai MPP amanyo konechi ano mo destroy Ghana ani yaka ya no tumu na empanyimfo sisi osibie mu mokoko a ebubo waawo yomu ya no dachi nchima ano mu di abro omu no mo de sampempenso 55 60 70 no omu bewuwu na ye science asi say you sure say no by no.
Exactly. Bedru baby nipa be chi nipa we omo nam gragra. Me ni odi ni baby akase free.
Hello, bro.
Yeah, mpacho kasa.
Me did do hello.
Kasa.
Me da se bebre me did no kuma me fresh Ghana.
Okay.
Yanko pon shira ne duma pa o ye mama da Ghana. Papa penny say. My party did mama munim de nyina akra mu you don't just say you don't even have any credibility why should you we ya wo yi hwe na na komi ochi ye se na wo kan no ti fa ne say enye social media na ebua Ghana and na ko ba be trust and true ya fa no fala Ghana fo so be gie di say factory ni ye adwuma brother me se me ko eslo wo so ayi e fe ni se dan so ma factory now see hospital also see a friend is a clinic last before I will send you the pictures from a solution card. Mr. Friday that we go try it. I was shocked. I was getting another baller. We saw my best just any
I know I send the amount. I know I send the amount. That's a power miniature. But you didn't be a cassette.
Oh, got Unia chief in New Jersey.
New Jersey, chief. But you casa.
You go to where? You see, I never know a question. When the young flip a coin, they said, Nanka, Mahama, na wa baby, yes, say, or more person, more coffee, go food, or more bay, Ghana gas a year. In Kayenda, Ukruma. See you, so sorry. I saw for the Befa more preaching. I am for Becassa. Opposition, MPP, Kienda. But a Akuffo Addo na aban and our Obugina show much into Obia. I made it message better now buying Sessa. Yanka send this Virginia, but maybe a assembly could see that you use the series to be actually at a 10 PA and I am for Bishop or a press conference. Or move back to your mushroom. Or move back to your mushroom. Because I say, I was when I meet you, or 2 for a year or cast enough my phone pay as a now I'm in an Facebook that who said, what's him? You come and come and come was him. OBC University, and now a chancellor, and now you're saying the state you are going to home and what taking a good one of such a way. If one should train as anti-Mayina, or would I move on town no Munjimi?
That's a mini chief from New York. I'm off and town almost any media, almost and town almost enemy. The 2 or more for our own person betino, and a crane in the dahono. Miss Mimi met na ha. Me can't some farm for Bia. Me ban me the video ever. We didn't be a cassette.
Make us a free bonafons.
Mini a cassa.
One second penny for an cassa. And guess we just say, young couple who precope, near see you bacope. I don't know you which was in fact, Mamma Pan at Tesson and near my way, cost our wood here and Kutu. Yeah, Rebecca. But I was
it. We didn't be a cassette. Mr. Moba feedback no before so be picking no alone. Am I me patch up? Video no da ho no ti de o say ye twa ntro de ato na akomia so no na akomia na e kasa wo ho no mini audin baby akasa free.
Hello, Nkoto.
Yes.
Yeah, me free Houston.
Okay.
Mamina me free be amana yet ten. Nkoto. Enwo MPP free. Akuffo Addo adwompon na beyinti enwo ye bi anyi because egwanu onya da order not senator. Enwo the order krono order December fe kwanti ni mo ye bi aye sam. Na sisi ade oh yeah the nyamiase with social media there. Sisi BBI ka what the picture baba to what the video baba to enwo akorisam nyamia pawotu. Akuffo Addo Messi see mana just a near more dinner man or bar. Menimu yet in the man or man a ganda for book. A shantifono no what we Akuffo Addo, no why ya to change, why ya gana to change and go to the Siciano yesterday than Yamiasi a social media videos. Sician baby will be able to meet that to whom one brown 1 hour water boy need is you know. But I was saying good to
that's it. Mini audin baby akasa free. Okay, Akwaba, Kasa.
Me the SMS Ghana for now for Mokita Ibamba Bofio 2024 they should go both NDCPP. Nana do because Baumia Batinazwa, Obedano Kupit. They should go and volunteer just this fighting for Ghana, not for NDC, not for anybody, for ourselves. Mama, you work until they want Baumia to come and be a president. So they can control him. My appeal to all, can you help people here in this new? They should go home and remove all these people there. Until God bless you, Koto. Come and share.
And share also. Hello. Hello.
The Spear of the Nation.
Yeah.
I'm a phone, like I say, from Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia.
Yes, sir. There is a movie. Maybe they call it Kukurantumi, The Road to Accra. If you can remember that movie.
Yes, I remember that movie.
As the movie, I just want to alert you over something. Once well, me I call Kejetiano, I call promise you one. So they will help them to get on their feet. Now, Kukurantumi, The Road to Accra. Well, me grandma be happy or Kejetia. Only Akwayi, former energy minister, no, Asante, no. Oh, Omuni, Omia, Edgemuno, market women started shouting, yeah, Nyabri corner, Napo, train and Napo train, who could contribute the road to Accra, no, bra, Ghana for no, confront to the colonialists, no. There were some who gathered the courage to go forward, but there were some who pulled themselves backwards. This is the same thing they did to Naumia. This is the time they saw fighting, whether to go and sit somewhere or to continue to follow their foolishness. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. That's it. Yeah, that's it. I think the basic has seen that. And I'm for last one. Hello.
Go to HMS, but a very big Florida.
Okay.
Go to the Ecosogana. I'm for the accredited not to be the say, honest, the bully for you say, and what as I'm to say. Now, maybe say, Obia, Oko to a bomb indiscriminately into a crowd of Ghanaians, Okra, Mrewa. Or no, and Obia, if I say, Obia the people any yadu, or no, or selecting the part, or no more a yasam that Sabia, or the year no year, Obia the people. Now, walk to try on numerous occasions. Anyone is one day more wicked. Obia, Okoi, Obata, would dress it. They can be on the medi. Or you want to show about anything cool, one day would give me. Among us, one tiny pass. No, you know, we took to a bar and yet, Omudia again. Up till now, can I for years? I say, the best safe is I don't know. As a son, a baby.
That's it. Yeah, and fancy I say. Ever, and I die as soon, you know, a boy pitchy. Intiminia said the DB Americano video evidence no in Chantro. In this over now, see Chantra to a Akuffo in the political party, sure. Will be because I don't know the DB Alba Bebo Machinanki any day. So almost all my the power so much one district, one factory now, almost family and near Mohudero. Don't fete tomato now, what kind of it's like the papa ye and I private entity. Don't fete minimum all free, who free brikumwa now called Don Fete from Don Fete now called Jenny. What you say? I brought for be new be partnership be no be ye. And now, almost who say Ghana for Sebi yen quasia fontino. No master that could see one factory, one wine, a no dear seal. A could juice near Dingan, a ye individuals be dear. But a binary promise no I can't choose of a partner individuals or so or no by BC factories. Because no one who should be Tesla will see factory. But no say own see command and quam every district piano ye BCB or I feel your buyer say now ye say ye cofa private investors are called Jessica at their tow machines at their babu kumu or peso being noodles bonichidom or Jessicano at the to medals at to a man fukumo. Why be wahing? Ye ko kan mo sim yenka. Yemfa Ghana problems ni nyina enwu ho na NDC no aye time no ba ni aka. Na isa na yesi tiro man. Wo nkura mienu enkoda mienu no awo wo. Wo pe ba ko asem a se ba ko na awagimi no no ko eni school atade fin kura na wo pese wia wo ho na wo ba me na wo peja sa atade na afi no na de kofra abofra na o time no senya obetimi agina so aka se ade na ayo hu fin sa ti de odo na ye ne ho fi kura no wo tete na wasesa ne odo na taade na waye ne poto no na de akwa akose de wotan ne nyoma mu se nya obenya nyina so ede de asopa no endisa na omu yo Akuffo Addo afeli but ye betam felu ano de akwa akose NDC ne yetinya adwrega NDC eno na abonko fro bi mu damo a na Mahama ba be de me se Mahama obeye mu ni ene mose se sa language na moti ase ya be ka kire mo obi asi factory asi ho ton gas $6.5 na obi aba abe create channel ono no the same gas na buy ne to ono no 22 cedis $2 no afa $4 free of charge na me ne hene odi amon koswa na mon so son kwase afo so mon koswa na ne de text message na mo ye Professor Mate mama suku animu agu ase mama suku anim agu ase bibinim ade bia e de chichire man bia no agu ade nanimu ase na broni be koso de aye nkoa esanze ye wagimifo saa sei no motete mpanyimfo enase mpanyibia saa ne beba ye ni hwe ye de ka kire mo na me se Ghana fo monfa montoma emebo meme ntoma no emebo loud silence media ntoma ano na yemfa eja enkogu esiedu nketia Mahama ene ni NDC no yemfa ani jata ani mfa nhwe omo na yense omo kete se mo na mo se obi a create special purpose vehicle bi odi wia Ghana into wosu odi wia na eteso ya ade boni make sure ye me ne se NPP de na omo kan ya yekogina aso to abama omo no let's challenge the opposition na yemo omu who said this time round no ye mfa mo falasa onye no abegina ho na se Akuffo no kwa de omo ye Jimmy for kwa ye mo omo din kwa platform yesu bi but omo Jimmy na omo boy din dia o mette sound beat o mo aso